Now, I'm going to, for the first ever time, do an interview over the phone, so I should have Joe from Orange there. Are you there, Joe?
I am here, my man.
Fantastic, it's working. Now, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good, man. Just enjoying a nice day off from tour in Hastings.
Oh, you're in Hastings, right. Now, when I called you up a second ago, I was very surprised to find you had an English accent.
Yeah, a lot of people think, because we're an LA-based band, that I'm actually from there, but truth be told, I'm actually from England, and I only moved to LA when I was about 13.
Oh, right. So where did you live? Where did you live beforehand?
Well, I lived in London, in Islington for a few years, then I've lived in Hastings for a while, and then went to LA, and now it looks like I'm coming back to London again within the year.
Okay, fantastic. And so, so what's it like as a Brit being in America? Does the accent get you further than you would normally?
Dude, it gets you so many girls. It's brilliant.
I always go to the States thinking, oh yeah, this is going to work, and it never does. And so obviously you're in an American band. So is this how often do you come back to the UK with the band? And obviously you toured, was it at the start of this year with MC Lars and Zebrahead?
Yeah, well, that was actually our very first UK tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and even though we've been going since we were about 15, that was our first time here. So to be taken out, by a band as big as Zebrahead was such an honor, and we just had the best time.
Well, you seem to get a really good reception at the London show that I was at, which is great.
Yeah, we were so surprised. I mean, we've done a lot of tours in the past, but they've always been a little more, street punk, kind of like US Bombs and, the Misfits and the Addicts. But this was sort of our first, big pop punk tour, and it was so nice. We felt so at home to be on that type of tour, and the response was brilliant. And actually what was really great was by the end of the entire tour, on the very last date, we were completely out of merchandise. We had sold everything.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That is a sign of success.
Totally.
So you're over here on you're headlining this time?
Yeah, first headlining UK tour.
And so I noticed you've got Sponge on tour with you for some of the dates.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is on the tour with you?
Well, the rest is actually all local support.
Okay. Oh, so is it like competitions for bands?
Well, not really, actually. Though that would have been fun. Maybe we'll do that next time. We just kind of show up city by city, and whoever's playing with us that night, we're just like, cool, man, come hop on stage.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Okay, I will pass that on to bands I know.
Yeah.
Get in touch.
Yeah, just show up at the venue and bring guitars.
Yeah, that is punk rock. And so how did your band get together?
Well, it started, I was about 13, and it was just before I was moving to LA. I got really into the band Sum 41, and I started playing bass, and my best friend over there, he also played bass, and we started a band, and it ended up being sort of like a funk disco band, and we called ourselves West Side, and it was bloody awful, 2 bassists and a keyboardist, and then after a few months we realized this is not working out, and then eventually we went to go see Sum 41 live in Hollywood, and we were just like, that's what we're doing wrong, this is what we're supposed to be doing. So from that night forward, 2 guitars, bass, drums, I took center vocal, and that's been the lineup ever since.
Cool. So you've been going for, you said, 7 years now as Orange?
Yeah, about 8 or 9 actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And so you're on your 3rd album now. How have you developed as a band since then?
Oh, so much, man, especially because we started so young. And now we're in our 20s, so obviously our writing has changed a lot, and it's just a lot more mature now from, listen to our first album, Welcome to the World of Orange, compared to our new album, Phoenix, and we sound like the same band. It still sounds like Orange, but just on a different level,
Yeah. I mean, that's always the balance that bands have to make. I mean, so many times a band will come up with a completely different sound, and other than the very, very loyal fans, they'll completely alienate other people who quite like them. It's have you managed to avoid doing that?
Yeah, that was something I was always very conscious of too. Was I've always respected that Orange, we're a pop punk band, and we probably always will be, because that's what we love and that's what we're good at. We're not going to start playing heavy metal overnight. Because that's one of my biggest pet peeves, is when you fall in love so deeply with the band and then they come out with another record and then suddenly it's just like, I don't even recognize these guys anymore.
Yeah.
So I've always been very conscious to, not piss off our fans that badly that way.
And it's something, I mean, you mentioned Sum 41. I think they're a good example of a band that have done that.
They have, you know, I still love them to this day, you know, I love all their records, but for sure, in comparison to, like, you know, All Kill and No Filler, which is what got me into them compared to, you know, their later albums, they're a lot heavier now, you know. So yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, although it's interesting that their most recent album, I have completely forgotten what it's called, Underclass Hero. Yeah, they've completely gone back to their roots, which is
which I loved. I was jumping for joy. I loved it.
Yeah, I think it might actually be my favourite Sum 41 album.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I found out about you, it's quite a personal thing, is that you've actually got cystic fibrosis.
Yeah.
Now, how does that affect your ability to play in a band, and especially to sing?
Well, I guess, you know, it all sort of really depends on how well I take care of myself, you know, on the road, really. Because particularly, you know, when I'm at home, it's not a problem. I've got it, you know, sorted out. I do my treatments in the morning and at night, and, you know, take what I have to take, and then, you know, that pretty much helps me get through the day. But when we're on tour, we have to make sure that our bus is fitted out with, you know, certain equipment to make sure that basically my pharmacy is, you know, on the road with me.
Yeah.
So, you know, it all really depends. It comes down to how dedicated I am to making myself the healthiest I can be so I can perform the best every night for the audience. And seeing I'm completely dedicated to my music, I, in turn, have to be completely dedicated to my health as well. So, you know, I find a very happy balance to make sure that I can do this for a long time.
Cool. And do you find, is it kind of almost a motivation to be the best that you can, to make the most of the opportunities you have?
Oh, totally, yeah. You know, I don't take really anything for granted at all. And very thankful that we're in this position, particularly in the UK now, where we can play quite comfortably in most towns, and, you know, we'll have a crowd and we'll have a good time, and we'll play hard with everyone. So I'm very, very grateful.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's really inspirational.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the last thing I want to talk about is completely different from Hell, is cartoons, because your new song Revolution is the theme tune to Generator Rex on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, man.
Now, how did that happen?
Dude, it was so random. We got a call from a music supervisor from Cartoon Network, and somehow they had heard our song Revolution, which was really strange because it's not even on our new record, Phoenix. It's actually a B-side for, like, if we do a best of one day, we were going to put it on there. And they were like, we heard the song Revolution, and we think it's perfect for this new show called Generator Rex on Cartoon Network. And after, like, literally, like, an hour of talking about it, it was a done deal, and it happened very quickly. And before we knew it, we were in a studio making a music video for it, and then a few weeks later, it was on air. And it just got the band so much exposure over in America in particular. And last I checked, the video online has over 1 million views, and we've just been like, dude, this is amazing, such a great opportunity for Orange to kind of get out there more and get more exposure. And the cartoon itself is brilliant. It's a really fun cartoon. It's kind of sort of action-packed, you know, good for kids and teenagers alike. You know, we're just very happy to be part of it.
That's fantastic. You don't have to convince me on cartoons. I think I spend my life watching them.
Brilliant. We have that in common then.
Yeah, that is so random. And you didn't even write the song for the show. It was just chosen.
Yeah, it was one of the last songs that I wrote for Phoenix, and we recorded it, and we just sort of decided it doesn't quite fit in with the rest of the songs. It sort of sticks out a bit too much, so we didn't put it on. And, you know, it was one together, but it had nothing to do with the show whatsoever.
Wow, that's well, yeah, brilliant opportunity, and obviously a great thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
So we're going to play the song in a second, but I just want to thank you so much for joining us on air.
Oh, thank you, man. It's been a pleasure.
And yeah, great. Good luck on the rest of the tour. I hope to see you soon.
Cool. Thanks so much. Yeah, come to a show sometime, and we'll party.
Definitely. So that's Joe from Orange. They're on tour in the UK now, and this